So did you hear the one about a white heterosexual male who went into a anti-racism comedy night at Ryerson University, only to be pleasantly surprised that this particular show was not as advertised? Here's the deal, folks. I was most intrigued by an advertisement from my old alma mater of Ryerson promoting a racism-free comedy night. I thought I really must attend this show because surely a comedy event that veers away from the picadillos of race is going to be really boring. The evening got off to a knee-slapping start when a lady informed one and all that bigotry would not be tolerated. She was followed by the MC, Anna Simone George, who almost immediately began lamenting how the Toronto comedy scene sucks because, well, it's dominated by straight white men. Oh, wait a second. What happened to that whole anti-racism shtick being presented in a bigotry-free safe space? Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Indeed, a pattern quickly emerged as the night wore on. The comedians, all of whom were visible minorities, served up many race-based jokes, and that's a good thing too, because PC culture aside, those were the jokes that were the funniest. As well, with a few exceptions, the go-to punchline of those race-based jokes tended to be, yes, white straight males. In fact, without ever once heckling, yours truly was targeted for verbal abuse by all of the comedians. Again, not that I minded. Once you step foot in a comedy club, everything should be fair game. And if you don't have a thick skin, well, folks, please go to the opera instead. Anyways, in case you doubt the veracity of my account, check out these excerpts.
So shade started out because the comedy scene in Toronto is mainly straight white men, and that's fine, except most of the world is not straight white men, so sorry, sir. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave, are you a straight white man?
I am indeed. I'm sorry.
I apologize. He said I'm sorry. Good job, Dave. Good job. He's doing it right. Thank you, Dave. Dave is front row. You know what I mean? He was like, I heard there was a diversity show, and I want to give them my straight white man support. I appreciate it.
Now, in fairness, Anna Simone also went on to make jokes about straight Egyptian males too, the prevailing theme being Egyptians want to marry a woman who will serve as their mother. I'll take her word for it, given the only straight Egyptian I know is a doctor in Cairo. Yeah, he's a chiropractor. Anyway, when Michael took the stage, he started off in fine form by making jokes about West Africans. He even implied that Nigerians excel at fraud. Who knew? Now, I guess because he's black and the vast majority of West Africans tend to be black, he receives a get out of PC jail free card. But like the others, he also zoomed in on me thanks to my skin pigment.
I say that shit in quiet. I'll be at work like fucking crackers, and they're like, hello sir, how are you? I cuss y'all like 15 times a day, every day. It's out of love and hate. More hate than love.
Wow, did he call me the lovable one an effing cracker? Now, to be honest, that made me laugh, folks, because I have long lamented that the biggest racial disparity we face in the world today is that we have yet to coin a vicious racial slur for Caucasians that even remotely compares to the N-word. I mean, cracker, munja cake, white trash, and most pathetic of all, honky, as in honky tonk man or honky the Christmas goose. Next up was Salma Hindi. She related a personal story about how she accidentally broke her nose. While breaking one's nose isn't funny, of course, the aftermath Hindi experienced was funny based on cultural stereotypes.
My sister took me to the hospital. This was her trying to explain it to the doctor. She was like, yo, get this. This girl tried to throw herself on the bed, but apparently there was no bed. And like, she thought it was hilarious, but I could just see the medical team like signaling to each other and whispering. They're like, so do we call the cultural barbarics hotline now, or do we just like wait until child services gets here? And that's when it hit me. That's when I realized that I can't be clumsy. Like, I don't have the luxury of physically injuring myself without people thinking I'm getting abused at home.
And the final comedian was Hoodoo Hersey, who also poked fun at stereotypes. Check out this zinger.
Here's the thing.
A lot of people love using the term Muslim terrorist, okay? So if we're gonna use that, fine, okay? But let's just start using the term white pedophile. You know what I mean, right? Like, feels redundant, it feels redundant, but let's just do it anyway. Let's just do it anyway. He's not comfortable. You need to start laughing harder, otherwise you're outing yourself. Just, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Now, I have to admit, I've never drawn a conclusion between race and pedophilia, and maybe, as Hersey notes, there is a disproportionate number of straight white males who make up the rank and file of child molesters. I could think of a couple of comebacks for Hersey, but I did not want to utter them given that I was on the job. But seriously, folks, what is the takeaway from Ryerson's anti-racism comedy night, given that there were racial jokes galore? Well, apparently, a joke isn't deemed to be racist if the joke is made at the expense of white people. Yet the question arises, does making a race-based joke necessarily make someone a racist? I would say no. Yes, we are all equal, but we are different too. And often there's a wealth of humor to be found in the racial and cultural stereotypes. Besides, the comedy club is supposed to be free from the free speech toxin that is political correctness. Can't we all just laugh at ourselves, even if the punchline is racially based? Sticks and stones, after all. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.